In today's entertainment and sports industries, celebrities are trained to speak like office machines, safe, polished, and completely harmless. But Tom Holland and Erling Haaland are two delightfully unexpected glitches in the system. They have almost no filter. They're so brutally honest that you have to wonder if their PR teams have ever seriously considered taking the microphone away from them. When a PR disaster happens, it usually starts with texting the wrong person, or worse, leaving a superstar on read.
Tell us the truth. Did you DM Erling Haaland?
Yes. That is exactly the type of humbling experience that is important for actors. I'll text him, I'll take him to dinner, not even a response. Not, I'm busy tonight, I'm playing football, nada.
Nothing.
I was at Monaco, I was watching Lewis race, and I saw him, and I just thought I'd shoot my shot.
Yeah, why not?
Send him a text.
So when Tom Holland joked on television that Erling Haaland had ignored his messages, the Norwegian striker didn't hide behind a polished public statement. He went straight to Instagram and replied with complete honesty. Dinner was on, Spider-Man just had to pick the place. That wasn't celebrity diplomacy. It was simply two guys settling an unanswered DM in the most public way possible. When you're sitting beside Matt Damon, one of Hollywood's true heavyweights, most young actors would probably nod along and name drop a few classic films just to prove they belong in the conversation. Tom Holland did the exact opposite. When Damon praised The Matrix, Tom casually admitted he'd never actually seen it, simply because he'd never gotten around to pressing play. That level of honesty caught Damon completely off guard, creating one of those hilarious moments when a Hollywood legend realizes the next generation has a massive blind spot in cinematic history.
I've actually never seen The Matrix.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I don't know why I've seen it. I just have never.
Are you kidding?
It's never been a movie I've put on.
I'm so jealous you get to see that for the first time.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Living in England and being a lifelong football fan, Tom Holland is often assumed to be a walking encyclopedia of the sport. But just moments after agreeing with Matt Damon that Barcelona is the greatest club in the world, Tom immediately dismantled that image himself. He openly admitted people give him far too much credit when it comes to football knowledge. Confessing on national television that you don't actually know that much about the world's biggest sport is exactly the kind of thing media coaches tell celebrities never to do. For Tom, it seemed almost liberating.
But if we're talking soccer,
To me, it would have to be Barcelona. And people actually think that I have an incredible knowledge about football. I really don't.
Tom Holland's wonderfully innocent lack of pretense faced another test when Matt Damon called Marlon Brando the greatest actor of all time. Instead of pretending to agree just to fit into the conversation, Tom shyly admitted he hadn't seen enough of Brando's work to have an opinion. What happened next was even more revealing. He promised he'd go home and watch more of Brando's films. Suddenly, the interview felt less like a celebrity conversation and more like a parent-teacher conference where Tom was the polite student promising to finish his homework.
it's Marlon Brando.
Oh, yeah.
Brando made that, paved the way for that next generation, which all of those incredible actors, Duvall and Hackman and Merrill and all of those extraordinary.
I'm a little embarrassed to say, similar to The Matrix, I have not seen enough of his work, so it sounds like I got some homework to do.
The film industry loves romanticizing technical challenges because they make an actor's performance sound even more heroic. People talk about the discomfort, the limitations, and everything performers endure beneath layers of costumes and makeup. But through the eyes of someone who couldn't care less about polished narratives, those oversized props sometimes become something much more practical, the perfect way to hide very human mistakes on set.
And, we had a lot of fun. I'm lucky that I'm in a mask the whole time because he'd be doing scenes and I'd just be cracking up.
Standing in front of a movie set worth millions of dollars, most A-list actors would praise the studio's ambition or the director's incredible vision. But a mind that isn't wired to follow the PR script always gravitates toward the smallest behind-the-scenes details. Even a slightly mischievous thing a family member did, proudly telling that story as if it were the greatest achievement of all.
My young brother Paddy worked on the art department in this movie, and before we started shooting on the backlot, we would go and rehearse there a lot. And you'd see him pop a chewing gum, chew, 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 spit it on the ground, step on it. Then he had a scalpel and he was digging up the traffic lines and stuff like that. So the level of authenticity was fantastic.
Blockbuster movies look like technological miracles on screen, but on a green screen stage they often become psychological tests of an actor's ability to keep a straight face. Sometimes the only way to understand that absurd contrast is through someone willing to strip away the illusion, reducing spectacular visual effects to two grown men looking completely ridiculous together.
It's a really peculiar experience because the moment you step outside the bubble, if there was a mirror on set and you could see what you were doing, it really requires full commitment. Me standing on an apple box and Mark would be holding this gigantic Hulk hand, pretending that it's choking me, and then he's doing the voice, and he's so good at the voice. There were real moments where I was I just have to trust the process. This is gonna be great.
Real confidence isn't about presenting a flawless resume, it's about being able to laugh at your own past in front of millions of people. So when old friends brought up Tom's earliest days in the business, instead of romanticizing the struggle, he went straight after his own disastrous hairstyle and wardrobe, turning today's success into something that felt almost accidental.
Come back and step onto this set and to sort of see it fully realized from some dinky room in Ireland where we were slapping together these audition tapes,
That cool haircut.
Yeah, it's a miracle I got the job with that haircut. I thought it looked good, to be honest.
Hey man, I thought
Movie press tours are carefully designed so actors praise every new piece of technology used on set because it helps build excitement around the film. But when someone has grown genuinely tired of dealing with the same technical headaches over and over, they're perfectly willing to expose just how inconvenient those expensive props really are, turning an interview into an unexpectedly honest workplace rant.
As me on set, playing the character, organic is an absolute godsend because sometimes when you're wearing those mechanical shooters, they can get in the way, especially when you're doing wire work. If they get caught on the wire, they pop off, the shot is ruined. So to make a movie where there is part of it where that isn't a logistical difficulty was actually really welcome.
In an industry where breaking an NDA can cost millions of dollars, legendary directors live by one simple rule: absolute silence. Yet, even the strictest boundaries can disappear in an instant because of one completely casual confession where personal affection matters more than protecting a blockbuster worth hundreds of millions.
Sanjay, how did you get tipped off to your role in this film?
I luckily had a little tip off from someone I know quite well.
I was given permission.
It was funny because when he got the call, I was just over the moon for him and really didn't kind of put myself into that equation at all.
The media loves turning difficult filming conditions into inspirational stories about sacrifice for the sake of art. Most celebrities are happy to go along because it makes for good publicity. But when someone with absolutely no filter gets asked one of those leading questions, the answer usually drags everything right back to the far more comfortable reality.
What was really difficult for me was the speed and momentum and the energy and finding that energy all day, every day. There's no time wasted on set. We're at work, we're filming all the time. I loved it. I found that energy kind of infectious. I love seeing people leave the makeup chair and you're like, oh man, I gotta get going.
The romantic image of filming on location often falls apart the moment it collides with someone who simply doesn't have a PR filter. The harder an interviewer tries to paint a picture of endless hardship and determination, the more brutally honest the answer becomes, reducing those dramatic assumptions to something almost comically exaggerated.
Did you all hike up to that castle every day?
Yeah.
No, come on.
It was beautiful though. I said this is the problem. We keep going on about how hard it was, and every single location is stunningly beautiful. I mean, there are people there on vacation at the same time. It's just different when you're walking up with sandals on.
Fake confidence is one of Hollywood's most expensive commodities. Everyone wants to look completely in control. Admitting that you felt overwhelmed and intimidated by legendary actors isn't weakness. It's one of those rare moments when the protective mask slips away, revealing someone who still feels like the youngest sibling in a very accomplished family.
I was super intimidated walking onto this set and being a part of this cast and working for, it was so helpful for me to get to watch someone, at the top of their game, doing the best work that they've ever done.
There's an unwritten rule that successful people should always praise the education system that supposedly shaped them. But to someone who learns by doing, attendance records and classroom statistics can sound almost ironic, reminding us that real life sometimes teaches lessons no lecture hall ever could.
A benefit of not going to drama school
is going in fresh and allowing your teachers to be the director, you know. And this is a piece of advice I got from Robert Downey, actually, to let my body do the work rather than thinking about everything. So for me, I tend to learn my lines the morning of so that the moment I'm saying them, they're as fresh as possible.
Then we step into the world of sports, where having no filter takes on a colder, sharper form. Instead of relying on humble, diplomatic answers to calm public expectations, an elite striker confronts pressure almost like an equation. Judging himself by standards so unforgiving, they make ordinary people uncomfortable just hearing them.
Do you think people underrate you sometimes?
Underrate me? No, but the expectations are so high. What's expected, yeah? If I score under 30, it's a decent season. If I score under 25, it's bad. Last year, I think I scored 21 or 22. That was a bad season, which is good. That's good.
Pre-match interviews at major tournaments are usually filled with compliments and carefully crafted statements about mutual respect between opponents. But strip away that manufactured layer of sportsmanship and the true nature of elite competition emerges in its rawest form. There is no room for mercy.
Against Arsenal, I'm playing against Martin, which is also weird. Because when we're in international camp, we are with each other every single day. When I play against Jude, when I play against John, Nico, Mark, weird because you know them. You just look at each other and you just smile. It's just fun.
Sports fairy tales always expect their heroes to declare unwavering belief from the very first moment because it makes the story more dramatic. Yet complete honesty has a way of destroying that mythology when the player himself admits he wasn't even sure his team could pull off the upset against a football giant.
Going through again, beating Brazil, it has to be beating Brazil. I never expected to progress from that round and to beat Brazil. Scoring a long shot as well, I didn't expect that, so.
Every coach wants players to speak with confidence and optimism before the biggest games of their careers because it energizes the fans. But when an intensely practical mind takes over the press conference, the prediction can become so brutally realistic that it wipes out every comforting illusion.
Quarterfinal in the World Cup. I expect England to win and us to go out. Then we're gonna head straight to Norway, Oslo, greet the king. Been emotional. It's been nice, but now it's time to call it a day.
Standing in front of one of the biggest personalities football has ever seen, most young players would either offer polite praise or remain respectfully quiet. A Gen Z striker handled it differently. He broke the conversation down almost mathematically, drawing a clear line between individual statistics and overall footballing ability, all while maintaining an almost unsettling calm.
I need to trigger him, or else everybody says you're the best. No, it's good. Need to put the objective. Always.
He was better than me. I'm better scoring goals, but he's a better football player.
When the media tries to place decades of national disappointment onto the shoulders of one young player just to create a dramatic headline, the response sometimes becomes a lesson in pure logic. The line between past failures and present responsibility is drawn with remarkable clarity, leaving very little room for journalists to romanticize the story.
What we've been doing is amazing, and it took 28 years. It took some time. I'm 25 years old, so you can't really blame me for that. You can blame me for coming here, but yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable, and I'm proud. I'm proud of my country, and I'm proud of everyone.
Being stunned by your own success doesn't always look like tears or emotional victory speeches. Sometimes it looks like a completely expressionless face repeating the same dry observation over and over, quietly admitting that the outcome made no logical sense even to one of the game's most relentless goal scorers.
I've said it plenty of times, even before the Brazil game, I didn't expect, and to be honest, to be quarterfinals with Norway in the World Cup is quite surprisingly even for me, so yeah.
The icy composure of a world-class striker is often mistaken for the emotional emptiness of a machine. But that illusion disappears with one honest admission about the mental battles happening behind the scenes, where fear isn't hidden at all but accepted as an unavoidable part of the job.
I try not to think too much about the games. If you overthink things, I think you start stressing a little bit. So even now, it's the most difficult thing to think of the games, which I do. I think of the first game, where you need to kind of put your feelings aside a bit in big occasions and just do what you do the best, just focus on doing your job.
Reporters are always trying to pull the biggest stars into personal rivalries because conflict generates headlines. Most players choose diplomatic answers to keep the peace. But when a striker sees scoring goals as nothing more than doing his job, every attempt to manufacture drama falls completely flat.
I don't know. I think it motivates you, but I think you're motivated anyways. Because for me personally, of course you thrive on scoring goals, but you want the team to win. So it doesn't really matter. You have to score goals, that's the part of your job.
And perhaps the perfect way to end a philosophy built on the complete absence of ego is with one final act of self-deprecation from one of the most valuable footballers on the planet. The moment a generational talent casually admits he doesn't really know what he's doing beyond putting the ball in the back of the net may be the purest expression of honesty wrapped in self-aware humor.
I don't know, I think it's my speciality to score goals. It's like many other things, I'm just really good at scoring goals. I'm quite lucky, I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, I mean, that's just how it is.
Tom Holland and Erling Haaland's honesty feels like a rare kind of freedom. In an entertainment world that's become increasingly polished and carefully calculated, they remind us that the moments we remember most never come from perfectly rehearsed PR scripts. They come from raw, instinctive, deeply human reactions delivered by people who simply aren't very good at pretending.